read a book in 10 minutes. Hey, don't knock off this video until you have a second to think about it. Hey there, my name is David Olibe and I'm going to be your guiding anchor for this video. Keep it locked. I was at first highly skeptical about reading a book in 10 minutes. For me, the whole point of reading is to dive in and invest time, focus, and energy into each and every word. Words are pretty much in a book, but it's what makes a book a book. We all have a way of getting through our books, and reading in 10-minute snippets is a good way to squeeze a book into our busy lives. But to read a book in 10 minutes seems like a scam until I considered one comment made in one video. Think of a book as a reference guide, something to come back to when you have more time to read. A solid scheme of a book gives a general idea of what an author is going to address. I might grab a book because it piques my interest, but I don't have the time to read it right away. So I'll skim it, then set it on my bookshelf for a time when I really need it. With the past skim, I'll have to put a bookmark, if I will, on a particular text as something that I can come back to when the right time is come. Don't get me wrong, reading a book in 10 minutes might not be an effective way to truly read the book, but it is a good way to give yourself an introduction and to fix it in our brains as something worth coming back to later. Yeah. So how can I read a book in 10 minutes? Here is a pattern I'll suggest you get started with for free. Minute 1, memorize the title and author. To discuss a book with your friends or with the public intelligently, you need to know the author, not to remember as that guy from Yenagoa. Study the cover until it emblazons into your mind. They will take 1 minute, which is not longer as you may think. Now, in minute 2, read the cover blurbs and recommendations. These often give a general sense of the book's content and contributions, what it solves or resolves as you read it. And now, number 3, that's in minute 3. Scan the front matter to get the gist of the book. Unless the chapter titles are vague or cute, you can often find the scope and sequence of a book's contribution in the table of contents, foreword, and introduction. And here, in minute 4 and 5, find and scan the key chapters. Many books have a single chapter that includes their primary contribution. Now, actually, many books are only a single chapter. The rest are fillers and repetitions. Look for the key chapter and scan it. Now here, in minutes 6, 7, and 8, find and read the secret clues. Most books today have a way of giving away what they are about. Find these clues and use them to figure out the message of the book. If your book closes every chapter with a summary paragraph, read the final paragraph of each chapter. Now, if your book does this by using puller quotes or paragraphs, read them. Some writers carefully craft the first sentence of every paragraph as a logic outline. If so, read these sentences one after another to find the logic flow of the book. Usually, you can get the general idea of a book in just 3 minutes. Scanning through the entire book, reading these clues once you have learned how to find them. And here, in minute 9 and 10, write a summary on a note card to condense what you have learned. Take the last 2 minutes to write a summary in your own words of this book's point. Then solidify what you have learned by telling someone about the book in the next 24 hours. Yeah. Now, at this point, you should be able to do all this in 10 minutes. If you are just starting out, it might take a bit longer, but don't linger too long. Remember, your goal is to grasp a basic knowledge of this book, not to master them. If you set aside 90 minutes a month for a visit to your local bookstore, you should be equipped to intelligently discuss 100 new books every year. But here's the bonus. While reading 100 books in 10 minutes each, you will probably find 5 that are so good you want to buy them. If you do, take these home and dedicate for in-depth reading. After all, these 5 books are the ones you would want to recommend to others. If you find this video helpful, please hit the subscribe button below your screen for more videos. Thank you.